Louise petting me unicorn. Hey up, welcome to Legoland Windsor. Today we're going to have a look around all the rides, see which ones are plus size friendly, have a look at ride accessibility requirements, and just have a good time looking around Legoland Windsor. Will you join us? Into the land of Vikings. Viking River Splash, as you can see, there's no seatbelts required. Quite accessible for plus size people to get on, as long as you can get on the walking walkway, as long as you're okay going down, and maybe about 10-15 steps down to Viking River Splash along the moving path and then into the carts. So that's it, Viking River Splash, a water raft ride, very plus size friendly. You could go, because of the crowd levels, we walked right through the priority line. Had 2 laps special on the ride, but let's stay on the ride vehicle and go around it twice. Yeah, definitely something that you can go on if you've got mobility issues or you're plus size at Legoland Windsor. Another ride that's plus size friendly at Legoland is Spinning Spiders. So we're just about to go on that next. Spinning Spiders is very plus size friendly. No seatbelt restraints required.
Whoa! That's it, lads. Bring her back into shore. Heave!
Trip to Forest. So the path around the Enchanted Forest. It is fairly bumpy, but should be manageable on a wheelchair or scooter. There isn't, to be honest, there isn't really much around here. There's no theming at the moment. Maybe we're redoing this area up for future use, but I was expecting more like Lego people, creatures. Yeah. So we're going to go into the Knight's Kingdom for a ride on the dragon. When we came here last year, it was very plus size friendly, accessible. I'm going to try it with Louise, see if it's plus size and mobility accessible this year. Merlin up there. En route to the dragon. Little wizard outfits. Made out of Lego. Secret within. There is a number of steps you have to walk up to get to the dragon, although there is a disabled access. Assume it's a lift going up there. If you don't think you can manage, maybe about 25-30 steps. There's Merlin over there, he's got his candle. So as you walk into Magic Kingdom, if you want to go on the dragon, the disabled access is to the right where there's toilet sign, and there's actually a lift. If you don't want to go on the lift, there's 28 steps up to the ride loading station. Loch Ness Monster. So we just got off the dragon ride. This again is very plus size friendly. There is an electronic lap bar what comes down, but it only goes down as far as you want it to go down. It just touches your belly and then it just locks off. It's very enjoyable. We had 2 rides at the back and really enjoyed it. The theming inside is really good, and then you get a bit of an outdoor roller coaster section at the end. Definitely plus size friendly if you're coming here to Legoland. Little pirate maps. Ninjago the ride. Again, it's a dark ride, very plus size friendly. Slight lap bar what comes down, but you have no problem accessing this if you're plus size. So if you don't take the accessible lift up, there's about 15-20 steps to the top to go over the ride track. There is accessible lift if you do need a lift. But once you get into the ride vehicle, you just walk on. There's no step up or down into the vehicle. It's a bench seat with a bar what just comes down. It doesn't even touch your belly, the bar, and I'm quite big, so I'll put my sizes on there, so you'll have no problems getting on this ride if you're plus size and you come to Legoland Winter. So we're off into Kingdom of Pharaohs, so Laser Rider's next. We'll check out if this is plus size friendly.
Now, if you're not sure how
Laser Riders at Legoland Winter.
see a member of the expedition team before you go any further.
So far there's no steps to get onto the vehicle. So just finished our ride on Laser Riders. Again, it's a plus size accessible ride. You see in the ride vehicle, what I would say is if there's two plus size people on the ride at once, maybe one goes in the front, one goes in the back. It's a shoot 'em up ride where you just sit on a bench seat and the lap bar comes down, but it only needs to go down, it doesn't even need to touch your belly. Again, so it's very plus size accessible. What I would say is the queue line, it's a long queue line. So if you come here on a quiet day, take the priority of a disabled line. They told us to do that next time we go. Saves you walking around all the cattle pen line to get to the front of the queue when it's a walk-on ride. But yeah, very enjoyable and plus size friendly. Heart Lake City. Mythica for the first time opened in 2021. Flight of the Skyline, 4D cinema. Make sure it's plus size friendly. Ride of Sky Lion. Seats plus size friendly for my size. Unfortunately, Louise couldn't fit on this ride. I'm 54 inches, managed to get the seatbelt on. Probably have another couple of inches spare. So if you're less than 56 inches, then I think you'd fit on there. Fortunately, with Louise's shape and size, she did struggle on this ride. You know, if a lot of your weight's on your lower belly, so you have to put a seatbelt on, but it has to go through a strap on the seat between your legs, and that's the area that Louise struggled on. But other than that, very precise friendly, enjoyed this riding.
Submarines to dive to the deepest depths of the sea in search of sunken treasure, real sea creatures, and to discover the lost city of Atlantis.
Looks like it's underwater. A shark. Like sailing through an aquarium. Raised.
Descending deeper now.
Going down deeper into the aquarium.
Welcome to the deep sea. Ah, some more
See
of
the
our
rays.
yacht team are out here looking for Atlantis. We're approaching
No.
Atlantis. Yay!
Get really close to the sharks. Atlantis. Mermaid down there. Down at the bottom. So again, if you're plus size, it's bench seating inside the submarines. No restraints, so you've got no issues coming on this ride. Very plus size friendly. There's about 6 steps down into the ride vehicles, but once you're in, it's flat bench seating, and you just sit and go through the aquarium, seeing sharks and rays. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. We had 2 rides on this. Queue times are very low today at Legoland Windsor. The Haunted House Monster Party. Monster House Party, we just completed that. It's a Madhouse ride, so it's a bench seat that you get on. They are individual seats. I'm 54-inch trousers and I managed to fit on, but only just in the actual seat. So if you're not as wide as the 54-inch trousers, you should be okay on this ride as a plus size rider. And then there's a bar what comes down onto your lap, but it only comes down as far as your belly. It doesn't need to click into place or anything like that. It's just there to help you steady yourself while the ride's rocking backwards and forwards. But yeah, I'd say it's a plus size friendly ride and really enjoyable.
That bar only comes down as far as the biggest person as well, doesn't it?
If you're a large plus size rider with a small child, you might want to look at 2 separate positions. Whitewater canoeing, views of London.
Some beautiful buildings in here. This one at the back here reminds me of San Francisco, and there's kind of a big clue behind because there's the Golden Gate Bridge, which looks really good. I mean, I absolutely love these Lego figures. And then what I think absolutely fantastic is down here on the zebra crossing we've got a little Elvis Presley. I mean, oh my goodness, how cute is that? That's just so sweet.
So we're on Sky Ride now. Again, it's plus size friendly. Bench seating. A bar just comes down to keep you in, but you don't need to push down. It just goes as far as it's comfortable for you.
But you do have to climb a big hill to get up here.
Yeah, there's some steps. Maybe about 15 steps to get up to the loading station, and it's halfway up the hill between Miniland and the entrance. So maybe it's what we do when you come down the hill in the morning. You get the views of the park up here in Miniland. We'll continue going up to the entrance. We'll drive fuel, remote control trucks. Natural lights in ride. You're right up here, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the views of Miniland from here.
Miniland's still a big ride.
You see America down there? All of Miniland. It's quite a big area, isn't it? It's really good with Miniland. Well, yeah, models on move. Seeing NASA. We've got a centrifugal right down there with NASA. Didn't like that last time we came. That's new. Yeah, we keep adding to it. No, maybe they all think we've seen those last time we came. Great views of Miniland from here. In the park. Lego Reef. Ben & Jerry's, look over.
So if you want the best views, sit on the left.
Yeah, if you want best views, definitely on the left. Get all the best view of Miniland. Mole pole. Disco Dragon.
What's what?